This video is to explain why I started Phantom Brands and what was the point of it. Because I was owning my own brand, I was doing my own thing, and now I'm building brands and growing brands. So what changed? And there was two reasons why I decided to start Phantom Brands. And one was opportunity. So when I created my done-for-you offer for public figures, this is something that it has not and is not being done at this niche level of service that we provide. And it's also very hard to get into this industry because you need to have relationships with public figures, which fortunately I and the company had because they liked the previous brand. And this opportunity was just honestly too good to pass up. When I thought of the idea, I tested the idea and I contacted all of the public figures and the celebrities that I knew of from my first brand. And I said, hey, we're offering this done-for-you service now. Here's why it would be great for you. Here's what you would get. Here's what we would do. I created an offer for them. And I threw everything in for them. And at the end of the day, what I recognized was such a bottleneck in owning my own brand in the beginning was the exposure, the marketing, right? It's expensive and you have to give away merch and you have to do all these things, especially if you don't have your own audience. But I was reaching out to people with resources and a massive fan base to market to with basically pure profit, right? It's more or less them just wearing the clothes and they can also give it to their network, etc. But when you have a built-in audience, you don't need to run paid ads or do any of these things. You have people right there waiting. So I recognized the opportunity. I had the skill set and the people in place in my company to create this offer and the relationships with these caliber of people. So when I reached out, and 3 days after I reached out and I created the offer, I got my first client. I recognized the incredibleness of the opportunity. So that was the first reason I started Phantom Brands, and that is still something we do to this day, the custom done-for-you brands for public figures. Now, the second reason was pain. Now, when I had my own brand, I was burned many, many times by agencies. Agencies I was referred to by close friends burned me. And it came down to the point of me having to do everything myself and eventually having to teach people because I couldn't trust anybody to help me grow. And that's a problem. And what we aim to do at Phantom is be the company that I wish I had when I had my own brand. Everything I hated about agencies, the ones I worked with, don't get offended, the ones I worked with, and reverse engineer it and provide solutions, services, and value that I wish I had. And what that looks like is a holistic approach and an all-encompassing approach to helping a brand grow. Because if somebody's never owned a brand, they lack a lot of perspective on what it actually takes. It's very difficult for somebody that just knows how to run Facebook ads to truly understand all the pieces of growth that you could possibly pulling and plugging into as a brand owner, because you only know one skill set. But if you go into it having owned your own brand before, your skill set and your knowledge is much more vast, and you have a lot more information and experience to pull from to help people grow. And I noticed that was something that was really missing in the space of helping ecom brands grow. So we want to be the company that not only does the done-for-you brands, and that was a fantastic opportunity and still is, but we also want to be the company that works with ecom brands one-on-one for tailored approaches that are strategically aligned with your brand in a way that it's not just let's run Facebook ads, because maybe that's not what the demographic wants or your brand needs, or you should be repositioning, or we should be fixing email or the content. There's a ton of pieces when it comes to your brand's profitability and how healthy you can scale. And we want to come in with that perspective of being previous brand owners and give you custom strategies that actually make sense for your brand, not just cookie cutter solutions. So it was the opportunity and it was the pain of being burned so many times by people that were incompetent. And now I have Phantom, and we're operating both sides of the businesses, the done for you, which is more B2C, and then of course the ecom side, the consulting side, the done for you as well. But that's B2B. And that's the reason I started Phantom, and that's what we're doing in present day. And if you want to know more about what we do, go to phantom-brands.com. And if you're an ecom brand wanting to grow, you can schedule a free consultation on the website or just comment below and we get to talking.